Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Sorry about, you know, the wait. Um a lot has been going on. School, work. Uh my room is currently in renovation, so I can't really do much there. Um and yes, I know you were probably expecting me to talk about Dream in this video, but I'm thinking of waiting with that until like later. Like the Dream and like talking about Dream the Dream and Tommy and the drama. So, and I'll probably just go brief it with that in like a compilation video, more or less. But for this video, I'm actually gonna um, I'm actually gonna talk about an anime that that, to be honest, I did not expect would hit that hard. Like hit that hard on me as it actually did. Goddamn. Um. So, the anime I will be talking about is Oshi No Ko. Yep, big surprise. I started watching it recently, or well, started and completed it like in like 2 days or so. I more or less just binged watched it after watching the first episode. But the reason why I decided to watch the anime was because of curiosity overall. Like I was curious on how how the anime was. Normally I don't read the manga, but like that's something that I might actually do more or less uh in the future for sure. But yeah, if so, Oshi No Ko is, you know, written by, honestly, an amazing just storyteller overall, Aka Akasaka, um, who somehow managed uh, to make a story that is very reminiscent, or like a part of the story at least, and a character that sort of just captures the core being of me. And I'm not talking about the character side. Okay, that is a completely different story. But yeah, let's get into like what it is that actually brought me. And I think a lot of people will probably realize that the story, um, well, probably realize that it's definitely the first episode that got me. Um, so a lot of like, I know I've said something about the openings, and I will go into that later as well. But the first episode, the thing that got me in the first episode was the entire story, more or less. It was very well written in a way, and there was something about it that really got me. And I think the oh fuck, Oh man, this is really emotional. Jesus Christ. Um, the part that actually got me the most was towards the end in the first episode. Yeah, big surprise there. But at the same time, not, because if you think about it, this that sort of part resembles how I felt in in my um the tragic story that happened when I was 5. So yeah, and in a lot of ways, it's very similar. And I'll say it. I'm happy that someone at least managed to make a story like that and bring out that part. No, I haven't really lost my mom, so to speak. But I read. Fuck. But I have lost a close relative. Let me catch my breath a little bit. Anyway, the most real. Uh, but yeah, just so you know, the anime. I will go into spoilers as well because that's something that I will do. But like, yeah, the anime is actually about just it's a drama anime basically based around entertainers and the entertainment industry. Like some people might say it's just an idol anime, but like it goes deeper than that. Like I think everyone knows that. um, like everyone that has watched the anime at least. Everyone who hasn't, well, now you know. Um, so yeah, like, and the main characters is Aqua and Ruby. Two characters that I can like sort of relate, especially Aqua, because somehow it's a representation of me, like the core of it at least. Which is funny. And yeah, I will go into spoiler territory from this point on. So if you don't wanna hear that, you can, you know, stop watching the video if you want, or you can sit through it and hear my emotional talk about it as well. Um, so the the anime starts off with, character, like a doctor, or so to speak, the doctor, who who basically was who took care of you know a girl, basically, who was, you know who had disabilities, basically, and was getting better until at some point he died, you know sadly, unfortunately. But what actually made it really interesting, in a way, was the fact that um this girl was essentially a fan of an idol, named I, which then transferred to the doctor, which is kind of okay, interesting. It's an interesting story, but at the same time, heartfelt in a way. And then you watch, and then, later on, which the doctor also just does talk about, that girl, which also the name of the girl was Sarina. I don't remember. I think it was Garo or something like that. The doctor what names was, but um, the doctor then eventually meets Ahai in person. And the reason for it is because she has essentially twins, basically, or she's pregnant with twins. And so that's something that is really interesting. That I decides to, like um, raise those children despite, the fact that she's an idol, and the miraculous, you know which is also kind of just like a miraculous thing for the doctor, as he always he wanted to meet I, just in general, like just mainly just to get to know her overall, like nothing special, like nothing big or anything, just and then one night, the doctor goes out, you know take goes out, sees a stalker, apparently, uh asks him, question, the stalker asks him a question that is very personal, which makes it very suspicious, and the doctor calls him out for it. The stalker runs away. The doctor goes after him, loses him, gets pushed, and dies, essentially. But the interesting part about this isn't the fact that he died, rather that he was reborn as as um as I's child, apparently, like one of them. And the other child is essentially also a someone who was, you know, reborn, which, and fate has it that that person ended up being Sabrina to begin with. Uh, but essentially, they're, but because of that, they also get new names. also known as Aqua and Ruby. Um, like get new names of Aqua and Ruby. There's and the story sort of continues their happy life, sort of. You know, not entirely, but like happy-ish life. Like still a difficult life, as she is still like an idol up and then rises to popularity and so on and so forth. And the children and the mother sort of just bond in a very like family way, not like, oh, just fan and not like fan and entertainer, more like you know mother and children basically, which makes it even more emotional when later on, which is really interesting. I ends up you know talk like calling their father basically, mainly because she was worried about them not knowing the father, and which does make things even more worse, as the stalker ends up showing up at their house. Coincidence? I didn't. Nope, nope, definitely not. This was staged for sure. And the thing is, the that's also when she gets stabbed by the stalker, and the stalker turns out to be a fan of hers, who, yeah, basically, yeah, was just fed up on lies, pretty much. And which, in my opinion, isn't really a true fan. Let's be honest here. But like, this part is what makes it even more emotional. Aqua comes out. She sees that his mother was basically stabbed. Jesus Christ. Oh god. And I'm just gonna relay the first episode because I don't want to go too deep into the anime itself. But like, yeah, wait, like that deep into the other parts of the anime. But like, yeah, get stabbed. Aqua sees her mother has been stabbed essentially. Sees the stalker basically, and goes towards of course, his mother, which makes it even more emotional when she has a heart to heart with her children. Oh god. Which makes it even more emotional than you could even imagine. And that level of strategy is on par with what I've had. As mine actually does also go really deep. My tragedy also does go really deep and has the same sort of feel to it. And this also sets Aqua in a dark path, essentially. Unfortunately. But that's the part that got me the most. Now, sure, the anime is focused on entertainer and entertainment industry. And this anime, let's just be honest, uh, sort of sparked my drive to become an entertainer even more than you would imagine. Because my true dream as a whole is to be an entertainer. That is my true dream. Now I know people may be thinking, wait, really? To where I will say yes. Ever since I was a kid. Oh. Now, being a content creator is a step in that direction. And I want to do more of that as time goes on as well. Maybe go bigger. You know, become a singer or an actor or something like that. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want to do electronic stuff or coding, as I do love that as well. It is an enjoyable part. But entertainment as a whole, that's the thing that, or just entertaining people, is probably the thing that I love the most. Even if I don't love those people as much, I love my community. What can I say? Because you kind of like my family. Like, you're really kind of like my family. Uh, man, getting really emotional. Um, but yet you are my family, essentially. Even though you're not really like by blood or anything like that. Jesus Christ, I'm just crying. Jesus. But yeah, I do think of you as a family. Mm, uh, Whew. Anyways, uh, the character that represents me the most in the anime is Aqua. Because there are a lot of things about Aqua that just screams me. Tragic backstory. Uh, it's mainly in the shadows, more or less. Like, sure, I'm, you know, in the spotlight as like a, a bit in the spotlight, sure, but ultimately still in the shadows of the fact that no one actually knows truly about his story or who he is, like his personal background in a deep way. Which honestly, I'm basically that kind of guy. I have like, as I said, like I have secrets. There are things I just don't want to talk about. And there are also a few things that I will say about the character, like his drive for revenge, essentially. Um, I will say this: I could have gone the same path, same path. Let's be honest. I just didn't, and I won't go into the story of why that is or how that happened. At least not yet. I might do it, but I can't say for sure. But yeah, the best way to describe the anime is the fact that it's amazing. It's emotional, touching, like from heart, like straight from the heart, and it does go really deep into like the dark side of enter- just entertainment. It's in the entertainment um, industry and social media and all of that. Now I know that people have uh, I know that there are people that don't like that, and in fact, the stories that have happened in the anime are essentially sort of a replica of things that have happened in real life. So, like, yeah, unintentionally though, just like Hakuho, which is kind of funny that and honestly, it's really nice. The openings, I'm gonna talk about at first. Um, like the openings of like both openings. Um, at first I thought just were great overall. Like they didn't get my like get me most like at first because I couldn't get the feeling from those openings. And they like and I will still stand on the fact that, uh the first opening of Oshi No Ko Idol is an obscure one. And I stand by that. That is something I can't really say no. Compared to other openings, it's an obscure opening. It doesn't. It's way different compared to most other openings, or just other openings in general. But that doesn't mean it isn't great. I honestly and also the second opening. Honestly, I think the second opening was really good in my opinion. Even though I didn't really understand what the at first what the show what the anime was about, it was really good. And when I actually watched the anime, I was like the entire anime, and just like, damn, it's amazing. It's an amazing anime. The story is great. And I feel like, oh, more openings. I honestly do feel like that more anime should be more like this. Some people may say no, it shouldn't, but in reality, I think they should really. It's it's what people need to be aware of and know of and understand, because a lot of people are just stupid and idiots. I, I'm I'm no exception. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm no exception. But I did know about. I do know a lot about this sort of stuff. That is something that you can't compete me on. My knowledge on this is, in fact, quite big, really big. As my experience with it is pretty high. Damn. But yeah, the but yeah, as I said, with the openings, I honestly liked it more after watching the anime, or just the first opening overall. With you know, because I understood what the anime was about, which made me feel more, how do you say this, like the openings way more than I should, than than you would normally have, or like that you would normally do. So yeah. The openings are great, amazing. Yosobi with with the idol, and then Fatal with Gem. Both openings are great in my opinion. Idol, like the best way to describe idol opening is literally the fact that, or like the first opening is that it's an embodiment of I as a character. And Fatal is like the second opening is just a great a great opening in my opinion. Do I think that either of them are better than one another? No. I honestly think they're both on equal level. And in fact, these two openings might actually show up in my top hunters list. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so far the Oshi No Ko is my favorite anime. Anyway, yeah, the anime is my favorite anime. Like it's my favorite anime. There's nothing you can actually. I don't think there's any anime that will compete for the top spot. Like that will compete for the top spot in my heart as of Oshi No Ko. And I also want to kind of just relay a message to Akasaka, which is um, thank you, Akasaka, for giving me or giving us a great opening or great anime franchise. A and with an amazing story. Now I haven't caught up with the anime or like the manga, so of course I don't know that much about the franchise that much, and I haven't read the or seen Kaguya-sama, but that's also something that I'm not too interested in. But anyway, I know that you may not that like I don't know if you speak English, but I don't speak Japanese, so this is the best I can do. Uh, Also, thanks for unintentionally making a character that sort of represents me. It's, it's funny. It's funny how the how things go, but yeah. Um, and also thank you for um thank you for just giving me a more fuel to the fire of my drive for entertainment. And and also like if you plan on making, I don't know, a live action um anime or live action of Oshi No Ko, I would be happy to take the role of Aqua. I would be happy if I could get that role. If only if you plan on making a live action adaptation of, you know, as I do think I can sort of, you know, take on that role. And I also might actually start learning Japanese, to be honest. Uh, as I've noticed that there are a few words that sound like Japanese in Faroese. That's funny. So it might not be as hard as you might think for me to learn Japanese. But like I think like the only word that is basically the same is no, which is nai in Faroese, which funnily enough is the same thing in Japanese. So I'm just like, what? I've always known that one word the entire time in Japanese without knowing it. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I would like, honestly, I would be honored. I think I could, get into that role quite well. Like, obviously not as young version because, that's something I wouldn't be able to do as an older, of course. But older version, absolutely. Ah. Anyway, I think that's it for what I have to say about Oshi No Ko. I love the anime. It's an amazing anime. And I don't think there's anything that will top that anime in my heart. Mm. I am excited though. I am excited for the next season of Oshi No Ko. And that is something that I'll be looking forward to watching. Anyways, I think this is it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more, like if you want to just stay tuned for the more videos, I don't know if I'll upload more frequently now or not, but but I'll try my best to do that. And yeah, yeah. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to support me even further, hit that subscribe button. And Yeah. May the storm be with you.